welcome to everybody. What a great venue we have. We're very blessed once again. Whenever we come to Milton Keynes, we always get very well looked after. And there's no exception today with Niftylift. Thank you. So, hopefully, I want to say, what a great arrival. When I arrived at the gate, I thought, wow, this is amazing. I only do reverse parking only. I hope everybody else did. Fantastic parking bays. Everybody accommodated okay? Yeah. So a bit of safety, safety notices, housekeeping. There are no fire drills today. So if you see me rushing off, follow me and we assemble under the flagpoles if there's any fire alarms or any other alerts. The toilets, I'm sure quite a lot of you would have found them. They're just to the left, down behind the block here. Teas and coffees on the left-hand side, and if there's any need for first aid, it's in reception. Do I understand that correctly? Yeah. Okay. Social media today. The COMIT day. We've got Twitter, we've got LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Please do tweet anything, any of the sessions, any observations. Please do tweet away. Post on LinkedIn. We always love to see the interaction. So today's session, achieving objectives through technology. Adding to what I said at the last community day, and with COP26 taking place only a few months back, the dust has settled. But what does it all mean? Since then, we've got a new government, and that government is also determined to do more with less. To put it in monetary terms, and according to McKinsey, we need to spend $9.2 trillion every year for the next 28 years. And to put that in context, we're currently spending $5.2 trillion. So we've got a lot of work to do. So achieving the government's ambitions for net zero carbon for housing by 2050, thanks to Steve for this observation, we require 3 homes being retrofitted with energy efficient improvements every minute. So we need a radical change and we need to think and act fast. Just bear with me a second. So today we've put some exciting presentations together. We've got a couple of dialogue discussion. We've got some thought-provoking content, and with your help we can improve our standing, improve productivity, and take away some positives back to our own projects. And talking of projects, we have a few to talk about later, some new projects, some existing projects. I won't steal anybody's thunder right now, but hold fire. There's today's agenda. Saving paper. If you've got your QR codes, please scan that, and you can see what we've got lined up. So, as ever, at the start of any of the community days, I like to do a thing, what's around here. And I've already seen Graham already. No football references today, Graham. You'll be pleased to know. So, tell me 5 things about the place. Well, actually, I think there's 6 here, so apologies for writing 5. How many roundabouts do you think there are? Somebody have a guess. Go on. Lower. Lower. Close. Close. There's 130. Yeah. How many were mini roundabouts? Anyway, as you know, this is the home for Niftylift, and it's also the home for Red Bull Racing, where we were early in the year. Milton Keynes is 50 odd years old. It was created in the 60s to alleviate housing shortages in London. A lot of you knew that already. It's the only city and the largest settlement in Buckinghamshire. and it's also home to the cock and bull story. Anybody know what that is? Apart from those I discussed it with earlier. Okay, so it's two pubs, and where travellers used to congregate and share tall stories, and it's described as an unbelievable tale intended to deceive. Oh, there we are. Oh, and it's also a statutory undertaker's dream. Is our gentleman from Kia here? Yet? No. Okay. Meaning they made provision to put the stats in the ground so that they could come back for adjustment later, which is not the case everywhere else in the country. Okay, so bit of a shout out to the planning team. I want to thank Simon. I want to shout out to Glyn. Glyn's not here today, but Matt, his assistant. Did I get that right? Yeah. Absolutely. Sunbelt Rentals UK. Thanks to Tom, and thanks to Niftylift in general. Also for the provision of the AR system, the gentleman at the back, thank you. And to Lewis here on my right. So I'm now going to hand you over to our hosts. I'm going to take you through a short introduction to Niftylift. Thank you. So, do you want to stand below and forwards and backwards? Okay. Okay.
You need somewhere to put this lot.
Okay.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Niftylift, and thank you for choosing Niftylift for your event today. Much appreciated. My name is Roger Bowden. I'm the chairman and founder of Niftylift, and I'd like to, as a way of moving forward, I'd like to give you a brief introduction to Niftylift and how it started, and how its products have evolved, and an insight into the origins of the ideology and culture underpinning the company. The road to the founding of Niftylift began when I was accepted as a student apprentice on a training scheme within the plant department of a major construction company. At the time, that was John Lang Construction. It's now taken over by, been taken over because by, it's taken over Lang's. Anyway, so Lang O'Rourke, sorry, that's it, thank you. It was a major construction company at the time, very large company. The road to the, it was an intensive 5-year programme structured to cover all aspects of the industry, including plant technology and management, so we could give professional and reliable support to the parent company engaged in building motorways, hospitals, power plants, breweries, and all sorts of things. The programme included studying for a degree in mechanical engineering and production technology at Brunel University on a thin sandwich course. These formative years helped me in many ways lay the guiding foundations of Niftylift's culture and work ethic through to the present day. Following graduation and working as a field service manager for the south of England, a life-changing opportunity arose, which ultimately led to the creation of Niftylift. I was promoted to the plant manager and chief engineer for Elstree plant, the fledgling outward-looking hire company offering specialising in heavy plant equipment and engineering plant as such. During my time there, we sold all the plant and replaced it with the biggest fleet of hydraulic work platforms in Europe, purchased from manufacturers from around the world. One of my numerous responsibilities was to set standards for these machines, including structural integrity, stability, safety, and quality of the many new models purchased. Because at the time, there were no related standards to refer to. We even brought in the first mobile self-propelled telescopic boom, which this came in from USA to Europe. We were the first ones to have this machine, which slightly embarrassingly failed our stability test. It's a bit of an embarrassing moment at the time. It was an exhilarating and highly informative period for me, and an invaluable foundation course for the exciting new developing world of mobile elevating work platforms. I was in the thick of the action and passionately hooked. After 3 years, I left to seek out new horizons with the knowledge gained, initially dealing in second-hand platforms, and then progressing to a platform hire business, often hiring out the unsold platforms in stock. The hire activity revealed opportunities in the market, leading to fulfilling of a lifelong desire for me to make things. And the design and production of our first Niftylift model, a 9-metre pull-around boom lift, one of which can be seen in our foyer now, was followed by a 10-metre battery-powered boom lift mounted on a 3.5-tonne chassis. The auxiliary batteries being charged by the vehicle's alternator. These were extremely popular with street lighting departments in the London boroughs. Both these lifts were introduced some 30 years ago, and in hindsight was our first steps to net zero. Whilst powering lifters with batteries has always been our preference, an option-driven backup system was introduced for working in areas of limited electricity supply. We coined this the bi-energy, and as far as I can recall, we were the first company to offer this concept to the market. As Niftylift models grew in size, larger engines were required to power them, leading to the idea of combining the two power sources of the bi-energy system in such a way that the electric motor could support the engine during peak loads. This allowed the engine size and its corresponding emissions to be dramatically reduced, at least halved. The electric motor could also convert to a generator for recharging the batteries during periods of low power demand, for example, when lowering the booms or travelling down slopes, thus converting potential energy back into electric energy and making the system very, very efficient. This power combination is known as the Niftylift Hybrid, launched 15 years ago after 7 years of development. These are early examples from our long history of developing environmentally friendly mobile elevating work platforms, giving you some insight into how the company system have evolved. I'll pass you over to Tom in a minute, and he'll bring you right up to date with some of our latest developments. Our drive is to continuously innovate and to reduce our carbon footprint, which does appear to closely align with the aims and principles of COMIT. It's great that we are here together today and to be able to share thoughts and ideas on how we can contribute to saving our planet. Thank you.
Does this work? Sorry, I'm just trying to remember which button it is. There we go. Thank you very much, Roger. So my name is Tom Haddon. I'm the Technical Sales Manager here at Niftylift. And as Roger was just saying, he's given you our introduction to where the company started. He started the company. He is our company. And I've got a small presentation that I've been using, slides from this recently, to introduce how we are innovating for a sustainable future. So start off with, and it's something that we've been doing more and more and learning more and more through our supply chain, through our customers and interested parties, about the circular carbon economy and how we aren't just fitting ourselves into it now, how we've actually really grown and developed with this theory and principle and ethos throughout. So I start with our mission statement that Roger set out. So building a profitable and sustainable business providing good value and innovative quality products. And through this, we keep to the main theories and principles of the circular economy: design, manufacture, distribution, in-service use, and then finally recycling. So we can't start anywhere without being where we are today. So we are currently in Niftylift's global headquarters. This is our latest state-of-the-art facility, purpose-built for us, to a degree by us. Some of our design teams have had hands in certain aspects of the design. It's built to a BREEAM excellent standard, which I believe puts us in the top 10% of UK non-domestic new builds within the country. We're always looking for reduced electricity consumption, reduced gas. We strive for the latest accreditations and standards. I believe some of you may have used our EV points when we've come in to introduce this to more employees and encourage them. We're putting another 40 points in next year, I believe. Cycle to work schemes and the usual kind of stuff. And we also offer employee incentive schemes that help us reduce everything from cost to waste to our impact on the environment. So as we went through the carbon economy, or the circular economy, sorry. Oh, have I gone back one? We start off with the materials. It's important to know Niftylift design low-weight, compact, innovative booms for the market. We're not designing the largest, the heaviest things on the market, but they offer the same height and working outreach as our competitors. A study that we did shows that on average, our boom lifts are 40% less weight than our nearest competitors. So when you look at the standard CO2 equivalent for 1 tonne produced of steel, bearing in mind these machines are 80 to 90% steel, you're already at a 40% saving. Couple that with that, then you can reduce component size, you can dedicate specific specifications to smaller motors, smaller gearboxes. Because of this low weight, you then are also having a less of an impact within your supply chain. And then also, as Roger said, with our hybrids, our all electric, you can then optimize your drivetrains to how you can propel these machines in industry, again, reducing your impact on the environment. So this takes us on to a first, probably one of our most important innovations that Roger spoke about. We introduced arguably the first true parallel hybrid within the access industry. And the date I have is 2007, is when we launched the Niftylift Hybrid. Some 11 years later, while hybrids were becoming more and more common within plant industry, we then launched our Gen 2 hybrid, taking everything we'd learnt, all those years of experience, coupling it with the latest technology to introduce an even more improved drivetrain, again lessening our effect and impact on the environment. So at the moment, everything is running the latest EU Stage 5 diesels, offering 50% less fuel consumption and the ability to super fast charge batteries on site for all electric running. We've also been looking at and developing, I say developing, but we've been testing internally in sustainable fuels, knowing that the potential requirement of IC engines could be here with us for a bit. But I know there are, the oil and gas, the fuel companies are looking at sustainable methods of creating fuel. Then our latest innovation, and we have some machines here to show you today as well, is our all-electric. We've developed a full range of all-electric self-propelled booms to meet the markets of the construction industry, not just in warehouses and shopping centres. These are optimised drivetrains that we can do because of the size and weight of our machines. These offer zero emissions on site, extended battery performance due to the technology that we've developed. AGM batteries are standard. We do offer lithium as well, but there are obviously implications with that, and full battery monitoring systems for everyone. But the latest innovation that we've been working with follows off the back of all electric. And we do have our machine here today. We have our hydrogen electric machine, where we've worked with partners in developing fuel cell technology and how that we can run these in line with our machines. And again, with fuel cell technology, it is out there, it does exist. The bigger it gets, the more expensive it gets, and then also you require a lot more hydrogen. Because we go back to the size and weight of our products, we can use relatively small and low quantities of hydrogen at the moment to complement our all-electric systems. So that's about our design. Next we move on to the manufacturing, the production phase within the circular economy. We're here in our custom-built manufacturing facility, or production facility, but we have two more based in the UK. One, which is our steel fabrications facility, which is in Barnsley. Again, if you want things made out of steel, we don't do it in Milton Keynes, we go up to Yorkshire, basically, where they know what they're doing. Then we have this facility, and then we also have our previous manufacturing facility that was built specifically for us, that we've, to a degree, recycled to turn into our recycling centre, where we can refurbish and recycle machines, but also has a new paint and powdering systems within there. And these manufacturing processes over the recent years have been complemented with our introduction into robotics and automation. Our steel fabrication facility runs automated seam welders, as well as 5-axis manipulator arms and controlled welders to build what we can, and with further developments coming soon. Our manufacturing facility, we're currently trialling a line-side delivery system similar to what they have in Amazon warehouses for delivering parts to the production line. And then in our service and refurb facility, it's automated shot blasting procedures, automated paint procedures, and then there is another 5-axis weld robot in there looking at smaller fabrications. So from manufacturing, we look at then distribution. And the key theme, size and weight. Our products are low weight, compact. That now means you can fit our products on the most optimized vehicle to get them in and out. Whether this be our Height Rider 28, which is on this picture here on a 26-ton lorry, which I think is the only 85-foot boom in the market that could fit on that, or you can fit more machines on single loads. And also with the advent or the invent of electric HGVs, one of the key drawbacks on electric HGVs is their payload. The more you put on them, the less range they get. So now you can still put as many machines on your electric HGVs and take them further. After distribution, we look at how our machines behave in the field and carry out benchmark testings. So we normally look at fuel consumption by miles per gallon, litres per minute. But electric vehicles, we could do based on kilowatt hours used. But what we do at Niftylift is we test something called the standard duty cycle, where we rigorously test every single machine to the same standard, publish this standard, so that people can then equate what emissions and performance they're getting out of that machine. So our latest all-electric and hybrid machine is our HR17 product. And what we've done is some performance statistics that we then publish and allow, obviously, our consumers or the contractors or whoever needs this information to then be basing quantity surveys on and using them in their planning. We even provide best systems of work, or how to get the most out of your hybrid or your electric vehicles. So our hybrids don't just charge when they're stationary, they charge while they're being used, while they're being worked. It's optimized and saving electricity so that you can either use that in the battery storage when you need to, or just to prolong the life of what you're doing. To tie all this together, we offer an innovative telematics program called Niftylift. I know you guys have been to JCB, so this is our take on LiveLink and JCB. But this is arguably the most advanced telematics system on an access platform out there at the moment. So it offers consumers and end users location and utilization, but also fleet owners, what's being used, fault diagnostics, etc. Again, saving time across the board of that lifetime of that machine, whether a service engineer has to attend it, or whether you want to know how long the diesel engines are running, or set up alarms. All this, again, is API integratable, so into the systems, and we work with our customers to do so. And then after our machine is used, and then we have to look at what we're going to do with disposal and recycling. So again, we said earlier that 80 to 90% of this machine is steel, 40% lighter than everyone else on the market. And I don't know whether it would shock you that our study shows that 90% of our refurbs that go through our refurbished facility retain 90% of their original steel structure. Sorry, 90% of them retain their original steel structures. So again, this embodied carbon now can then be reused and put back into other markets. Furthermore, we offer innovative designs on our tough cages, our consoles. They're all plastics, but they're not single use, they're recyclable. And we continue to develop recyclable technology. So as that brings me to the end, is just a quick recap of where Niftylift hasn't just adopted or shoehorned ourselves into this way of thinking, but how we've grown from when Roger started the company back in the 80s all the way through to where we are right now. So we're a market leader, reducing our size, making more efficient machines, using the latest technology that we possibly can, and then always looking at ways that we can then recycle, refurbish, reuse, and put these back into industry. And that's for me. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Roger. Innovation, that's what it's all about. Forward thinking, contribution to net zero. I mean, some great examples there. Now, one thing I wasn't sure whether you would do or not, and I decided I'd do this anyway, the accolades and awards that you guys have got over the last, is that 15 years? Yeah, anyway, amazing, amazing. So a big hand for the guys. Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you. So I've got a couple of announcements to make. The first thing is we have a new logo. Now, we haven't launched it yet, although you'll see a couple of the logos fixed to some of the projects later on in the sessions. But the idea is to bring some consistency and further enhance the strong branding that COMIT has. And it's also an identity that we've found need for in some of the projects. So you'll see as we go on, but as an example, we've got the 5G project, so C to 5G, it's easily associated. We've got another one next, which is safety. So C to safety, C to safety. So yeah, we tried to retain the original image, but as you'll see, with a new lick of paint. So I'd like to now welcome new members and guests. Unity recently joined COMIT. Many of you will associate with Unity. Jack, do you want to give us 30 seconds about what Unity is and does, please?
Hi, everybody.
Have you got a microphone? Yeah, there you go.
Loud enough? Whoa, okay. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having us here. Pleasure to be here and to get involved. So, Jack Strongytharm. I'm a civil engineer, been around for quite a while, supporting people on civil engineering and various other things at my time at Autodesk. So who Unity is, though, is a little bit different. We're originally a game engine. We have been a way to get onto lightweight devices, the web, VR, augmented reality, and a lot of our customers are within your companies doing R&D to obviously innovate and do new things. We're quite popular in things like automotive, product configurators, cars, lifting platforms, who knows, handbags. But we're also very strong in the AC world, in construction, using all these new techniques to check projects, monitor progress, and basically socialize content in brand new ways. So hopefully what we have as a technology platform and products can bring to this group to show some new ways with what you do. So a pleasure to be here. And I'm also joined by Max, who's been a partner at COMIT for many years. And he also has joined Unity a few months ago as well, and just launched a brand new project, which we're going to show later, I think, aren't you? So thanks for having us. Okay.
Thank you, Jack. Thanks, Max. So we've got some guests here today. We've got Plinks. Can we have a hello from Plinks? There we are. Plinks are going to speak later. Oracle? We any Oracle here? Later. We have the Cabinet Office. Now, unfortunately, the Cabinet Office can't be here, so we're going to try something that we've not done before. We're going to try a live link, but that's later. Nodes and Links? Not here yet. WSP I know can't come, and the Institute of Medicine later. Okay, so I've got a special announcement. Graham worked for Kia for 40 years, about that. There you go. Graham retired earlier in the year, but he was so enthralled with the work that COMIT was doing, he decided to come back today. So thanks very much for coming along, Graham. Thank you. I'm going to give you my own round of applause. Thank you. Much appreciated. And it's at this time we normally invite the chairs to come up and say hello. So Max and Steve, would you like to step forwards and give us your thoughts? Over to you.
So good morning, everybody. I'm Steve Slater. My day job, I'm an IT manager for Waits Group. My team look after our sites, making sure we've got IT site services, everything that they need to connect and operate as best as they can. So I've been involved in COMIT since 2005. And I've been chairing the construction members since 2016. So a bit about me for the guests. So normally, what I do is I kind of a few minutes of ranting about what we're not doing in construction, what we should be doing, etc. But today I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and kind of put the question out there to our construction members. What do you want to see at our community events going forward? Stuart, Ian, Jerry and the team put a fantastic agenda together each and every community day. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that we're covering the things that our construction members and partners require. So please do come and talk to me. I'll be going out and reaching out to our members after the event and see if we can make sure that we're covering the things that are important to our members. And I've got one final ask is I'm looking for a deputy chair for construction. So if anybody knows anybody or would like to fulfil that role, then I'd love to hear from you. But that's it from me. Thank you. I'll speak to you all later today.
Thank you. Very much the same as Steve. I'm the Chair of Technology and on the lookout for the best innovations, whether they're coming from a left field source or whether they're already here in the construction sector but just not known about. So really wanting to bring the best innovations, the best technology to improve your lives and the lives of your teams out on site, whether that's improving safety, improving intelligence, improving sustainability through things like digital twins. And much like Steve, I'm also on the lookout for a new deputy chair. Maxine Beadle from Wilmot Dixon has been brilliant over the last couple of years, but with a new role she's had to step away. So also looking for a deputy chair. What I will say, it's not an onerous task. It's something that will fit around your daily lives. We have 5 events typically running face-to-face per year, but we also have our monthly webinars, which Stuart has been tenaciously pushing out there for the last, during COVID and beyond. But equally, same challenge to you that Steve's put out there. What technology have you guys seen? What sort of things interest you? Where have you got a problem that you might think, hey, there's got to be a solution for this? Why are we still doing it the same way we've been doing it the last 50 years, 100 years, 200 years? I mean, construction, we're still putting bricks on top of bricks. Is that too much of an oversimplification? Got a few giggles. Excellent. So yeah, please do come speak to me during the day as well as Steve. And yeah, have a fantastic day. Thank you.